Are the Jews who live in Israel today connected to the Jews of Bible times? Hi, Alex McFarland here. If you've listened to much of my programming at all, you know that I'm very, very pro-Israel. And I've had a number of people, even Christians, that are very dismissive of Israel and Israel's right to exist and the land. And recently I was at a conference and a pretty well-known Christian leader said to me, he said, the Jews in Israel have no connection whatsoever to the Bible. Well, that's just false. And let me talk about this. And this needs to be said because we're witnessing the one form of racism that seems to get a pass these days, anti-Semitism. It's amazing how human rights has been the cause celeb the world over. And yet, the one ethnicity that doesn't seem to get the respect and the defense and the acknowledgement. In fact, we've seen like a 400% rise in violence against Jewish people just in the last couple of years, anti-Semitism. And we Christians have an opportunity to advocate and speak up for the Jewish people. But I want to address the mistake that is being repeated that the modern Jews have no connection to the biblical Jews. Now, two things that make the Jewish population unique, many things, but one of which is their indigenous right to that land, indigeneity, which that's nowadays talked about the rights of indigenous people. My goodness, there is no more indigenous people group than the Jews in the land of Judah. Israelis in the land of Israel. But let me talk about 4 women. All Jewish people walking the planet are descendants of 4 women: Sarah, Rachel, Rebecca, and Leah. In fact, geneticists, through what is called mitochondrial DNA, the DNA from the mothers, they can prove that all the way back the lineage has been preserved, whether it be Ashkenazi Jews, Sephardic Jews, or any of the subsets of the Jewish population. They all full-blooded Jews are traceable to these 4 women that go all the way back to the Bible. So look, regardless of what you think about end-time prophecy, I write about end-time prophecy in my new book, 100 Bible Questions on Prophecy in the End Times. We get into issues like this, but folks, the Jews in Israel, if they're not authentically Jewish, my goodness, that's got to be one of the most demonstrably true things, that the Jews are Jewish. And yes, their lineage goes all the way back to the very beginnings of history and the pages of Scripture. Now, I realize, folks, it takes courage to take a stand. And I want to say to all my fellow Christians, and especially my fellow clergy, I realize speaking truth is not always popular, but it's the right thing to do. To stand up for what's true is not always convenient, but that is our calling. So let's speak truth. And the truth is that Israel has the right to exist, and we as Americans and certainly as Christians should defend that. Hey, like this video if you would. Share the word about alexmcfarland.com, our YouTube channel. Let us hear from you. We'd love for you to be a part of our growing community. I want to thank you for watching. Stay bold, stand strong, speak up.